lesson 7. Lesson 7 on the sign language. Okay. Last time we stopped, we were talking about the different signs. Tomorrow I will see. I saw him. I saw him already. Next week I will see, and tonight I will see. So we went over that last lesson. Now we're going to be talking about time indicators and verb directionality. As it's going to be a little bit more confusing here. Yeah, so keep that on there for you. In case you gals want to screenshot that, and if you can get some of that in there. Okay. So basically, okay. So for non-specific future time, okay. So for something that's not specific, like 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, you will just use the will sign, but going towards the future, because this is the past, this is the future, okay? This is the now, the present right here, okay? So, as it states here, okay, I will see, okay? So, I see, because it kind of just, it's like this here. So you're just coming down like that. So I see will. So I will see. So I'll see you in the future. I'll see you eventually. So I always try to get that that hand right. So it's basically right here. Okay. So it's basically like this. See, I was going like this, but it looks like it's see, because this is look around. Okay. So I see will. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So I see will. So I'll see you in the future. Now, if I was talking about looking at people, I would be this way. Okay. But since I'm talking to one individual, I'll see. So I will see. So actually, that's not talking about I will eventually see you. It's just saying I will see. So maybe, basically, yeah. Okay. So I will see. So notice that non-specific time indicators, such as finish, and will, usually follow the verb. So see is the verb, and then will, I believe. Yeah. So I see something you're doing. Okay. So so notice that 9 non-specific time indicators, such as finish and will, usually follow the verb. However, they may come before the verb as well. Specific time indicators, on the other hand, always come at the beginning of a statement. Right? So if it's going to be specific, it's going to come before the final sign, basically. Context is used a great deal in ASL when establishing or determining tense. For instance, the signer may tell the watcher about an incident that occurred sometime in the past or that will occur in the future. Okay, so in the past or the future. The signer will first establish the time of the incident by using a time indicator sign. The signer will never repeat that indicator sign or use additional ones. Okay, remember that. The signer will first establish the time of the incident by using a time indicator sign, but it will never be repeated, so it's used once. Okay? And it's that only sign it's used, so you just use it in context. The watcher knows that all the events described by the signer occur in the time frame established at the beginning of the statement by the time indicator sign used. So basically, as it says here, I will see. Okay. I will see. So, verb see. Okay. Noun is me, I. Okay, what are you doing? Well, I will see. So I'm not looking, but you're asking me a question, so I'll see. We'll see what happens. Pretty sure that's right. Like I said, I've been on a class for a while, so it's gonna, we're both learning here. We're all learning here. Okay. All right. Okay. So, let's talk about the verb directionality. This verb directionality is very important. Yeah. See. Okay. Yeah. So I'm right. Okay. So verbs in ASL fall into three categories. Verbs in ASL fall into three categories. Okay. Number one, non-directional verbs. Number two, one-directional verbs. And number three, multi-directional, which is correct. Some may be non-directional, like here, I will see maybe. Okay. Now you're gonna have possibly a one direction. So I saw, or I saw him, or I was looking around. Okay, I was looking around, so it's gonna be a little different. Okay. Movement in verb signs may express who is performing an action, the subject. Okay, so movement in verb signs may express who is performing an action, the subject, and to whom the action is directed, the direct object. This quality of movement is called verb directionality. So that's verb directionality. So again, movement. So verbs in ASL fall into three categories: non-directional verbs, one-directional verbs, and multi-directional verbs. Movement in verb signs may express who is performing an action, the subject, and to whom the action is directed towards, the direct object. This quality is the verb directionality. The non-directional verbs do not express subject or direct object. Therefore, these two things, subject and direct object nouns and pronouns, must be supplied. So let's take an example. I love you. Okay, verb directionality. I love you. Now first, the verbs love, understand, and want in the sentences here on the next page do obviously have movement in them, but that movement does not express either subject or direct object. Okay, so I love you right here, verb directionality. Okay, so I love you. Simple. Right. but that movement does not express either subject or direct object. So, I love you. So it's not specific. It's not saying I love my father, or I love my mother, or I love my sister. Okay, it's not being specific. So that's what they mean by the movement does not express either subject or direct object, because you're not specifying sister, mother, brother, father, cousin. It's non-specific. So since it's non-specific, I love you. So it does have movement. I love you, and you are kind of pointing to somebody, but it's non-specific. So it's just you. It's not saying my mother, my father. You get it? So I love you, non-specific. Since it's relating to just you, it's not a specific individual. So that's what gets confusing with ASL, because it's English in a way, but it's a different. It's just not a different context, but it's put together in a different way, and facial expressions and directionality and all these things we're talking about, they go into the scheme of ASL and how people will understand one another by the expressions, by these directionalities, by the verbs, the nouns, and whatnot. So it makes up ASL. And this is actually quite confusing, so I'm just going to stick with verb directionality for now. I may even repeat this in the beginning of the next video, because this is going to take a little time if you want to really get good at ASL. So let's check out some other examples of the verb directionality. Okay, see, I understand mother, and she wants a car. Okay, so hold on. So the verbs love, understand, and want in the sentences here and on the next page do obviously have movement in them, but that movement does not express either subject or direct object. That is, the movement has no directionality. Subject and direct object signs must be supplied. See, father, cousin, mother, left, right. So, subject and direct object signs must be supplied. One directional verb signs express direct object, but not subject, as in these sentences. Right? So it's not subject. So I understand mother. She wants a car, but he doesn't specify what type of car, what make of car. Is it a Jeep? Is it a truck? It's just a car. Okay? So it expresses the direct object, but not the subject. Yes, the direct object is the car, but the subject of the car isn't identified. What type of car? Four-wheel drive, front-wheel drive. It doesn't specify that. Okay? So try to get that a little bit there so you can see that page. Like I said, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and I'll try to explain, because this is a little confusing. So I understand. So I understand. Okay, so I understand. So it's gonna come out like this. So you're like this and like that. Okay. So it's this way. So I understand. So I understand. Okay, so it kind of just So I understand mother. This is father. This is mother. This is grandfather, grandmother, great grandfather, great grandmother, great great grandfather, great 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 grandmother. So see, so I understand mother. Okay. So It's just, I basically understand father, mother, whatever, I understand. Now, somebody wants a car. So he, she, or it, now I'm not being specific, I'm just pointing. So he, she, or it wants, comes in a car. So he, she, it wants a car. So whoever wants, because it's gonna go whoever comes in a car. Okay, so want, car. That's the sign for car. So she wants a car. So you point to whoever's there. If it was over there, it was over there. You have to show the direction. So if she's over there, she wants a car. If it was they, you could go this way. If they're over here, if they're over there, they want a car. Okay, so it's all in context, like it states. Okay. So I see him, her, it. So I just say I see. So I see it, I see. And it just comes out there. So I see it. Okay? And then if it's you, you tell him or her, like if, it's just not specific. So when you tell him or her, you're not specifying. When you tell Sue, you tell Al, it's general. You tell him and her. So it's just you tell. That's it. So you point, you tell. That's it. Tell. So you tell. Oh, sorry. You tell. You tell. Tell. Okay. So you tell. Okay. And she follows him, her, it. So you're just being basic. She followed. She followed him or whoever. So it's she, he, she, or it. It's not specifying. So whoever it is, follow. Right? All follows. Okay. It's been a while for some of these signs, so just bear with me. Follow. Okay, follow. Okay, so your hands kind of follow. See it? Follow. So, he, she, or it. Okay, you go in the direction. Alright? Yeah, I'm going in that direction. Follows. Okay, so he, she, or it. Follow. Yeah, you can kind of have it like this. Like that. So he, she, or it follows. Follows. Okay, we're gonna stop here. And a lot of times when you're conversing, they're gonna understand. So it's not, a lot of this stuff is if you're gonna be an actual interpreter. But when you're talking to a deaf individual, your facial expressions and you're dealing one-on-one is a little bit different because it's talk. They're identifying that you can actually understand them and they can understand you, so it's a little more intimate. It's not so specific. It's gonna be a nice to meet, or it's gonna be a nice to meet you. How can I help you, or how can I help you? What do you need? Okay, simple, easy stuff. Okay, this is more for interpreting purposes. So we're trying to set up. Right now, it's very vague. We're not specifically identifying what type of verb we're working with. We are just kind of we are just talking about it in a broad it's not going to be pinpointed out. It's going to be kind of vague. Okay, so I understand, mother. I understand, mother. Okay, he or she wants a car. He or she wants a car. Not specific. It's just the individual wants a car. Okay, I see that person. I see. Okay, you tell him or whoever. So it's you tell. Okay, and she follows him or her it. So whoever he um follows. Okay, so he follows. Kind of like that. Okay. Okay. And actually, I have a few deaf people that I talk with, so I can ask, how do you sign follow, just to make sure it's right. And if I go to the glossary here, let's take a look at follow. Okay, where's follow? Follow, page 37. Okay, follow. Let's see if I get a better Okay, so there's none. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be like this. So I follow. Okay, follow. So he, she, or it follows. Okay, good. Alright, we'll stop here and okay. Alright, we'll stop here for now. And then we'll come back. We'll touch upon that, and then we're gonna move into one-directional verbs, which is coming up next. So we'll do that after. Okay. Okay. Try to remember. Remember A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, like a P. Okay, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Okay? And numbers 1 through 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21 is like the gun. So 20, okay? Alright, I remembered. Okay. But like I said, it's gonna take a little bit on this stuff. I'm gonna try to review it before I do the video, just so I can understand it better, because it's been a while. I've been it was like 96 to 98 in college times, and we're talking 89, 90 to 92 for studying this. So it's been years. So it's gonna take time, but we can learn together. I hope it was helpful. I hope I didn't confuse anybody. If you have any questions, leave me a comment, and I will